Win some Proline tyres, win some Proline tyres, or you can win, get this puppy out of here, a Winch. And it even comes with its little worn sticker. How cool is that, eh? So guys, that's going to be this year's competition. Some guys need tyres, some guys need a winch. Write me in the comment which of the two you need, and I shall put you in the draw. Now let's get back into today's video. Everybody knows I have a Golf 6 GTI steering wheel in my Jeep. But how can a VW steering wheel go into a Jeep? I'm going to put a BMW steering wheel in the Discovery. Let me show you how to do that. Hey guys, on this week's show we're going to be fitting a steering wheel to the Discovery, but not the original one. So I've been working on the Discovery, taking the doors off, the roof liner has been removed, and I have come to a little problem, or maybe it's a big problem. The immobilizer, I can't bridge it, I can't bypass it, so I've actually looked online and I've managed to find a bypass for the immobilizer. So that's on its way. So that's why this video is not won't it start. This video is let's fit a steering wheel, but not the original one. I don't like the original one. This is out of a E90 3 Series BMW sports pack. I think it's quite a nice steering wheel, but obviously it does not fit. So I've taken the airbags and everything out because I do not want to run airbags in a crawler. So now I need to change the boss of the original steering wheel and kind of manufacture it and put it into the BMW steering wheel. Fitting a BMW steering wheel is not such a bad thing because BMW did own Land Rover at a stage, so yeah, it's kind of suitable, you know. So let's go to the back of the P38 because this is a perfect workbench. I always use the tailgate for everything on this truck. As you can see, there's a whole lot of crap in the back here. So you've got a bit of shade, you've got a nice height workbench, and I basically use this for everything. It's actually quite impressive that I haven't destroyed this carpet yet. So this is a refurbished steering wheel, and the original Land Rover Discovery steering wheel is actually quite tatty. It's pretty gross and I don't even want to touch it. So what I need to do is I need to get this boss onto the BMW steering wheel. So what I'm going to do, take all of this out, and basically I just need to have this center section. So I'm going to cut it out with a grinder. Well, first I'm going to clean everything out in the inside, then I'm going to cut it out with a grinder, and then let's see how I can get that boss to fit inside the 3 Series BMW steering wheel. So now that that's out, I'm actually just going to cut out this center boss, but probably around here, because I have these screws that kind of fit into these areas, and that sort of already gives me a good fastening point when I swap it over to the BMW steering wheel. Okay, so I've cut the boss out of the old steering wheel. Literally cut all the metal pipes that are literally hidden in the plastics. So I think that's as much as I need to actually clean it up. Now what I need to do is open that hole a little bit so that I can fit this guy inside of there, or maybe even that way around. Doesn't really matter. I think it was this way around, and I can use these holes to actually mount it. So once it's in there, I can mark the holes through, the 3 holes, drill them through, and then tighten everything from the back. Now first step, let's see if this is going to be big enough. It doesn't look really that much. It actually isn't. I don't have anything bigger right now. So this will have to do, and maybe I can just open it up a little bit more once I've reached that point. die, or the boss. Some people call this a boss, some people call this a die. I call it a boss actually. So they'll have to sit kind of in that direction, because then the screws have got metal underneath that they can go into. I think I need to tap it a bit with a hammer. Slightly persuading it a bit. Okay, perfect. Okay, now I can mark the holes. This doesn't have a specific point where it has to be. It can actually be mounted in any direction. I know the Volkswagen, the VWs, they have a little spline in there that it can only be mounted the one way. This doesn't have that, so it can be, this is actually the right way up that the boss is sitting at the moment. If I would turn it around, that point will be a little bit far in here, and I don't think I ever have enough metal in there, because I can literally poke through the rubber on the left and right. So I don't really want to be in this thin area. I want to be in this thick area at the top, that there and that there. So I'm going to just punch these holes or mark them. And we can tap the boss out again. There we go. Now that I have my markings, I can get a drill bit a little bit bigger than these bolts. That is maybe a bit too big. So this is a 7. This is a 7mm, so this will be perfect. So next step is drilling the 3 holes. Get all the aluminium shavings out of this. That looks a bit better. Okay, let's take the boss and tap it back in there. Oh, hang on. I've noticed that the boss has a little lip at the bottom here at a 45-degree angle. I need to just grind that off so that I have a 90-degree angle in here, so that it can actually fit better into that area. Let me just quickly grind that off. Always keeping the Range Rover tailgate clean, because in the end you're just going to have way too much stuff flying around in there, and then it gets a problem to clean. Okay, give this a tap. It looks like the holes are all lining up. Let me see if I can just persuade that a little bit. Perfect. That should do the trick. Now, are these long enough? They are biting, but they're a little bit short. I have some more screws here. I think I'm going to use these. Just that a little more. That should work. So with these longer screws, I actually can catch that a little bit better. Maybe I should just put a bit of oil on this. What do you think? I have some WD-40, which I use for lubrication. I know it's not for that, but I still use it for lubrication. Ah, yes, that's much better. This one is still biting a bit. In the end, it's a good sign that it's biting. That means it's not going to come out anytime soon. There we go. Very nice. Now I'm just missing a screw. Let me go find one quickly. So while I was taking the Discovery apart, I actually kept a lot of the screws. So I found one of them that just fits into this thread, and I know it's not the same type of screw, but this will do the trick. So now this is what it looks like. The die or the boss sits through the back of the steering wheel. I had to clean out the steering wheel a little bit with a grinder, and this is what it looks like from the inside. So all of that is original, and the bolt can actually fit on there perfectly. Okay, let me slip past all of the wires, put the steering wheel in position. There we go, a perfect fit, and the original bolt comes on there as well. There we go. I'm just going to hand tighten it for now, because I'm sure I'm going to have to fiddle with the electrics at a later stage. I used to be an auto trimmer by trade, and I made a little dummy airbag for myself because I don't really want an airbag in a crawler. So this steering wheel has been in a Range Rover Classic 2-door and in a Range Rover Classic 4-door. Well, 5-door. You call it a 3-door and a 5-door. So now it is time that the steering wheel from a E90 M Sports Package 3 Series BMW with my homemade airbag dummy is going to live in the Discovery. As you can see, it's a perfect fit. No jiggling. This is an absolute safe system. I have done this a few times to steering wheels, but please remember, don't do this for a steering wheel that you are going to use on a road. So seeing that we're just crawling, this is absolutely fine. We're not doing high-speed runs or anything like that. I don't think this car will ever do 60, let's say. So there we go, guys. BMW steering wheel in a Land Rover. Easy, safe, durable. This is definitely not coming off. Okay guys, that's it for me for this week from Total Works. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.